Hi. I see I already have some comments. Hi, Gregory. Hi, Tomas. David. Hi from Europe. Hi from Canada. Hi, Crazy Bear Hugs, Carrie Lynn and Steffi. It's good to see you guys here. And okay, we waiting. We not waiting anymore. So how are you guys doing? So where's the button, RLL? Is it right next to your remove report? No, let's not report RLL. Put in add moderator. So RLL is going to be the moderator, guys. He's going to help out. Actually, we don't see. Okay, cool. Hi, Nora Ann. So how are you guys doing? What's been going on? Let's try to make this a corona-free zone as much as possible because that's happening way too much all over the damn place. Because that's an overly topic. But other than that, how have you guys been doing? Philadelphia, nice beans. Hi, Mike. Hi, Anthony. Hey, it has been a long time. Hi, Bunker. Thank you so much. We're eating, are we? Audrey Gilmore. The Gilmore girl. I'm from Northeast England. Yeah. Lots of Sims. I'm trying to catch it. Simulations. Hi, Anthony. So I've been doing well. I've had a pretty good week. I've been way just less dissociated the last few days. My tics have been okay. So and lots of inside stuff. So I started actually. My friend got me into Final Fantasy 15. I don't know how that happened because I never play video games. I never play video games other than like Minesweeper and Tetris. I'm very into strategy games. So like it's very rare that even Minesweeper and Tetris, it's rare that I play, but I mean I like the games. So I got into Final Fantasy. I'm building my empire, and it's going pretty well. Apparently, you can fake rally people, which I didn't know that because I tried to defend someone when they were being fake rallied by a friend to protect their hero. I was like, damn! I sent my troops after them. Well, that's what happens when you have no idea what you're doing with video games. That's what happens, I tell you. So welcome to chat. Hey, I'll be right back. Oh, right. All right. Okay, take care, Gregory. We'll see you soon. Okay, so I don't know. I guess if you guys have any questions, you can ask questions. It can be about whatever you want to ask. I mean, it can be about Final Fantasy, apparently. So other than that, hi, Kay. Other than that, it can be about mental health. It can be about Tourette syndrome because Tourette syndrome is not mental health, but it is associated. It is a neurological disorder. And it can be whatever you want it to be about. I'm okay with it. I know that last time things ended a little bit weird on the live stream. I was very dissociated. And if that happens again, I mean, I'm more accepting of it than I was last time. I was really freaked out at the end because I wasn't prepared for that to happen. So, and I kind of had to lose my cool a little bit, and it would not like lose my cool. I was stressed, but I think that overall, I think that it was okay that it happened. I mean, I suppose, and I mean, it happened, and that's fine. If it happens again, it happens again. So Anthony says, that's good. My job just went to 24 hours. Your job just went to 24 hours. What does that mean? I have no idea what my blood type is. I think it's one of those 4 blood types. Houston, we have a problem. Or I'm blind. Oops. Did you lose connection? I saw the video where you got your wisdom teeth pulled. I only got one pulled, and I ate on the other side of my mouth. How do you eat after? So I don't even remember. I ended up just getting like it wasn't pretty. when I got my wisdom teeth pulled. Like, I mean, there's a hole there, so when you eat, the stuff goes into the hole. What are you gonna do? You got to clean it out. But I mean, it's really gross. So I don't even remember what I did. I mean, I got it pulled on both sides, so I guess masticate as much as you can from the front. Are you satisfied with the care you have been receiving? So care in terms of now, because I'm not at the hospital right now. But when I was at the hospital, I'm pretty satisfied with the care I was receiving. And if you mean outpatient, like my therapist and my psychiatrist, I'm very satisfied. I have a good team. I finally have a good team that I'm very happy with, actually. So um, I like my psychiatrist. I didn't used to. I thought that the guy that I had Alzheimer's or something because he never remembered anything that I told him. I could tell him something, one encounter, and he would forget the next time I saw him. And worse than that, he would forget something that I told him, like I just told him. And multiple times in the same appointment, I would tell him something, and he would just forget from one moment to the next and ask me a question that was a yes or no answer that I had actually just said. So I was really, really frustrated, and I asked to change psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist that I have now seems to actually remember what I tell him, and he's actually very good at what he does. And my psychologist is actually the first person to not give up on me and say that my case was overly complex and go crying to the psychiatrist. I had one psychologist cry to the psychiatrist asking to be relieved of having to treat me because she said I was too complex. But my therapist now, he doesn't seem to think that I'm too complex, and he doesn't seem to give up. So, but I only have him until the end of DBT, which is dialectical behavioral therapy. So that'll be over in the fall. All right. I meant I went dumb. Ooh. That's not good. How did you go dumb? Dumb as in sound. I had mine pulled years ago. Yeah, that really sucks. I had to be put under when I was done that. I had to be put under because of my tics. My tics were way worse at the time, so I couldn't sit still. So since I couldn't sit still, I was always they had to put me under full anesthesia. I'm eating cheese, grapes, and crackers right now. LOL. What are your favorite cheeses? So I'm vegan, but I still like the same cheeses that I liked before in vegan style. And there is vegan feta. I like eating grapes with vegan feta. Or there's mozzarella and stuff like that. I make my own damn butter. Vegan butter is pretty good. The Miyoko one, I found the recipe of the Miyoko vegan butter. It's pretty good. It takes less than 5 minutes to make. Just a blender. My job is open all day and all night. Okay, so it wasn't before, in other words. Recently, Mike said something. Are you satisfied with the care you've been recent? Okay, so I had to refer to your previous question so that I could figure out what the recently was about. Yes, recently I'm satisfied with my care. It's over the phone calls now. So instead of meeting in person, I'm talking to them over the phone, which is a little bit weird. They're gonna try to get Zoom set up so that we can talk over video chat and actually see each other, because now he can't even tell if I dissociate, if I start switchy or something, or he can't tell if I'm dissociated at this point. So he feels like it's a very important thing to he almost made an exception for me to actually show up at the hospital. No, well, at the Newman building, whatever. No, I said that. At the outpatient clinic. So but he, in the end, he didn't get permission for it. But pretty soon we might have video. So I am satisfied with my care right now. Hi, Cameron. Hi. I'm doing actually pretty well. You're pregnant? Who's pregnant? Am I that chubby? Oh wait, are we talking to someone in particular? Lainey. Did I miss a comment where someone was talking about okay. I'm missing something. Oh, because of their eating crackers and cheeses. That's okay. I didn't think it was that weird of a combination. I thought it was actually a pretty good combination. I eat that. Hi, Melissa. You're my favorite mental health channel because you're educated and don't give false information and only share what you know through research and or experience. And you're just wonderful. Wow. Katya. Thank you, Katya. I do try to not give misinformation. If I don't know if I don't know a topic, I try not to talk about it because what am I supposed to do about, I try to stay informed and only speak about what I know. And if there's a topic that I don't know, well, then that's off topic. As Katie said, that's what makes a bad therapist. What makes a bad therapist? You are my favorite YouTuber, so just so you know. Crazy. Hey! Thank you, Carrie Lynn. Have a female therapist. She is sweet. That's good you like your therapist. I think that it's really important to have a really good connection with your therapist because otherwise, like, you just don't feel comfortable talking with them. And yeah, I don't know. I finally have a connection with my therapist. I never actually felt like I could talk to someone before, which is, I think, is partly why I've been dissociating so much. Like, I associate the way that I've been fluctuating in dissociation lately. I associate that with two things. One of them is the attack at the hospital last year. So that ended up putting me in kind of a trigger that kind of set off the fact that I dissociate so much now in the last year. And also because I have a really good therapist. So I think that the fact that I am making progress in therapy, it's making it so that I can actually make advancements and maybe my inner system kind of let its guard down a little bit. So I kind of associate it with that. How's the weather where you're at? It's 4 degrees outside. At least it was this morning. What's that in Fahrenheit? It's above freezing. Oh, and you love birds. That makes you even more wonderful. I have Aldo. Aldo and my sister has Mathazor. They're African gray parrots. Where is the girl in the thumbnail? Okay, are you talking about the giraffe? The girl in the thumbnail is supposed to be me. I'm here with the giraffe. If that's the girl in the thumbnail. But no, I'm not sure I understand that question. Do we look that different? Do I look that different from the person in the thumbnail? I did a FaceTime call yesterday. Oh, that's cool. Who did you do it with? Like with a friend, with family? Oh, FaceTime call, you mean with your therapist? Okay, now I'm trying to find where I was at. Okay, Zoom is great. My music therapy practice is doing telehealth that way. Oh, that's good. We might be doing DBT through Zoom. Like weekly group calls with DBT. We might be doing it through Zoom. Hi, Heidi. Someone in my building asked if I was pregnant, and I joked by saying, yes, I'm having everyone's baby. Eeyores! That came out so much worse than she ended up joking about. Eeyore's baby. Do you like Eeyore that much? I love Eeyore, but not that much. I think the way I said it was way freaking worse. I'm really sorry about that, Noran. I like the fact that you are real. Well, I don't know what else I would be at this point. Sometimes I doubt it, but that's a dissociation. Like, I don't know if I'm real or not. I kind of have to, like, when I feel really dissociated, like I don't exist, I kind of have to just kind of like feel sensations, like feel my feet on the ground or feel my arms on my legs, or, feel sensations and remind myself that I exist. That was completely not what she was talking about, but I'm sometimes I doubt that I'm real. Okay, so what makes a bad therapist if they don't remember what you have said? Oh, yeah, that was my psychiatrist. Yes, that definitely makes a bad psychiatrist. He didn't remember what I said. He didn't seem to remember what disorders I had. But I think that I had a lot of, I had multiple disorders, or and more so than I have now, but those weren't really my disorders because I was misdiagnosed with a few things. But yes, it does make a bad psychiatrist. I had to, I'm really glad that I ended up changing psychiatrists and that I ended up with what I have now, or who I have now. Do you recommend any resources in particular for researching DID? So hey, I actually found, what is it called? Pods, PODS. It's and the person who runs the website Pods actually wrote a book, and the title of the book, get this, it's really good. Recovery is my best revenge. Ba-da-ding! I love it. Recovery is my best revenge. I like it. It's just got this feel to it. I always felt like recovery was the scary thing, which it kind of is. But considering that, it just makes recovery sound a little bit less scary. They wrote a book called Recovery is My Best Revenge. They have a website called Pods. I can't really link it right now because I'm kind of doing the chat, but maybe I'll put it in the I might put it. Okay, so actually I'll send it to you afterwards. I think I actually Carrie Lynn, I actually sent that to you once, Pods, a link to it. There was doing an article on doubting yourself, and with regards to, not with regards to having DID, but just saying that you couldn't possibly have gone through anything bad, and completely doubting yourself. So that was a Pods article. Ouch, your bird was loud. That is because my new phone has good volume. Okay, well, maybe your phone has a good volume nodule. You can turn it down. Hi, Anthony. I wish I could like comments. That would be a good feature. I wonder, you can report comments, but you can't like comments. I love Aldo and Mathazor. Me too. Aldo's a good guy. And so is Mathazor. He just said poop. You could hear him in the background. I love the giraffe. Can we name her April? We can name her April. That's a great idea. My therapist. So, feeling a little bit. I talked to a hospital psychiatrist on an iPad once. It was interesting. Oh, so but you actually got to talk to them through video though, so that was actually pretty good. What is dissociation like? It kind of feels like I'm high. It feels like I've taken weed or something, and I feel like a little bit tilty. And it also, that's before I switch and after I switch, I feel tilty. But during the switch, I feel normal and I don't feel high. And I actually am usually co-conscious, so I'm usually aware of what happens when I've switched. Although there have been times where I blacked out. But it kind of feels like I'm high. Steffi absolutely loves Aldor. I love that she loves Aldor. Steffi is awesome. We speak often, and I have a child alter who speaks with Steffi. So if you guys want to get the references, Steffi and I speak regularly. Well, Steffi and Skittle actually. Hi, Mekalan. I got that one. Hi. I just watched one video where your bird was in the bathroom as you showered. Oh, actually the shower was on, but no one was in it. No one was in the shower. We were running the water with the express purpose of making her sing. So no one was showering, but she does that when we do shower. So you would think that she was thinking that was great. I was having to do a phone session with my therapist because the office is closed to the public, but I hate phone calls. So I had to reread that because I was a little bit dopey. I'm having to do phone sessions with my therapist. Oh, well, yeah, I hate phone calls too. And it's so impersonable. Yeah, because I would much rather see the person that I'm talking to. Much rather. How are you? I'm not doing too bad. I'm actually I'm in a good space right now. And sorry, the birds are really loud, but they're happy guys, So I've been doing relatively well, and taking less, which you can probably tell now that I said that. because when you for some reason when we talk about ticks we have to tick. It's just some weird thing about it. When you think about ticks you tick, when you hear about ticks you tick, when you talk about ticks you tick. It's just weird. I don't know what that is. I don't know why. It's a psychological thing, I imagine. So and overall I've been dissociating less the last few days, which is kind of a gift. And kind of not at the same time, because I'm wondering at the same time why and what's going on. Like I journal with my system every day. We have once a day we watch a cartoon, and then afterwards we journal and I talk to them and see who wants to talk and respond. But yesterday nobody responded, and I was like, well, what's going on? And maybe I'm just less dissociated lately. Hi, Liam. How you doing, Liam? It's good to see you here. Have you been lifting weights? Do I look that buff? No. Although I used to have quite the definition in my arms years before I had an eating disorder, and before I starved away the muscle before the fat went. I had actual muscle definition in my arms, but no, I didn't lift weights to do it. I actually had quite the physically demanding job though. Hi, Anita. April the giraffe from Animal Adventure Park. She had a few babies and everyone loves her. So is this is an actual giraffe from an Animal Adventure Park? Hi, Nora Ann. I have Asperger's. I never understood. I never knew if it was Asperger's or Asperger's. I think it's burgers. Burgers. Asperger's. My motor tics are worse when I think about them too. Yes. Yeah, motor tics and odd and vocal tics. That was just random that time. I don't even think it was because of. Okay, how old is your bird? Hi, Stacker Millie. I think that's how we pronounce your first name. How old is your bird? Can we see it? See, I just my sister gave me a suggestion that I should have the bird next to me in case someone wanted to see him, and I was like, oh no, maybe because I was lazy. Aldo is Cracker. Mathasaurus is Cracker. If you heard that, Aldo is 17 and Mathazor is 9. And I would get up and go get him, but I'm a lazy ass. Wait, you're working now? Who? Me? Did I reference work? But I am working now, but I don't know if I necessarily I'm trying to figure out when I referenced it. But yes, I do work. I work for Tourette Canada. There's my sister she went to get Aldo. You gonna be pooping on the carpet, little man? Yeah. Do I work for Tourette Canada? Yeah, I'm the virtual support coordinator. I run the virtual groups for adults with Tourette, for youth with Tourette, and for moms of youth with Tourette. Can you make a kiss? Don't be too passionate because those hurt. Thank you. You're sitting on my no. If I put you on my knee, no one can see you. So you can tell that he pooped the carpet. You can tell that he plucks himself. That's a habit that he got before I got him. From the home that he was in before. So he kind of learned the habit then. He's almost got no butt. You can tell he has a bit of a red butt, but he almost has no butt. He started plucking himself years ago. I've had him for, if he's 17, I've had him for 9 years. So before that, he was in a home where he had a smaller cage. He didn't really have toys in it. He was locked up all day. He wasn't let out really until sometimes in the evenings, and his master or his master, the person who owned him was a little bit disrespectful towards him. So I wouldn't say he was abusive, but it was kind of a little bit eye crossing. So he was a very nervous bird. Hi, you want to say hi? You have the best eyeball. You have at least one eyeball. At least one I can count from. It's so delicious. I'm just gonna sit him on my knee. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll up. Okay, wait. Okay, then I referenced that one. Juanita, you want to take him back, please? He already looed the carpet, so I mean, I guess it's not that bad. Let's just not step in it afterwards. Okay. Hi, Liam. I'm glad you're good. South Park made a joke about that. Asperger's. Oh no, they called it Cartman did. I mean, that's just. I mean, I did it by like by accident, and I wasn't really meaning to be saying burgers, but like I was just saying the end of it without necessarily meaning that. But if they did that on purpose, that's really mean. I know that they did a stupid Tourette syndrome episode, and I didn't especially think that was the smartest thing ever. I mean, at least it gave it like attention. But other than that, I mean, it's really, I mean, if they, that's really stupid. Okay, I'm gonna click off my actually, if I do that, I'm gonna lose the screen. I was gonna click off my email. I was gonna close it so it wouldn't ding. Hey, you made it. Ripe tomatoes. Yes, you did. Where he farted on his food and gave his food away, something like that. So what? Okay, I'm just gonna give that a look and move on. Him, Aldo. I meant hi, Aldo. Oh yeah. Well, Aldo can hear you. Well, he can hear me talking about how you're talking about him. So okay, hi, Aldo. So sweet. Yes, he is so sweet. He's a good guy. He's an emotional guy. When he hears a really moving song like Adagio by Bruck, or is that how we say it? I just read it and I'm like, eh. Okay, so he loves the song Adagio, and he kind of flicks his head when every few seconds, when he never does that any other time. It's kind of like he's shaking off the feels. I'm glad. Whoops! I was reading that and I was scrolling. I'm glad you're working. Yes, I'm glad I'm working too. I've been working for about 2.5 years. Still going strong. He's so sweet. He gonna say poop. He doesn't say poop necessarily. Mathazor says poop. The parrot we had gave mom kisses, but usually just bit everyone else. Oh yeah. Well, mom is special then. Do you remember Peekaboo Parrots? Bowie is 11. Yes, I remember Peekaboo Parrots. Bowie is 11? That's really amazing. Bowie's going strong, man, but I don't even know how long. I think he's a ringneck. I think Bowie is a ringneck. I like birds, but they scare me. Well, I mean, I suppose you can get bit, but I mean, you can get bit by a dog too. Although it's I suppose less likely because birds are fearful more than dogs, I suppose. Cute bird, and I'm glad you're working. Thanks, Anthony. Hi, Robin. I saw that episode 2 about the ticks. Yes, the one from South Park. I'm guessing you're referencing. Yes, that was a little bit offensive, but I mean, overall, at least they brought attention to it. I've had people who thought that Tourette syndrome was fake. Because the only time they'd ever heard of it was from South Park. So then they come off in the Google Tourette syndrome is fake, but Tourette syndrome is bullshit. And and then they come to my channel and they find out what I thought this wasn't real. I thought this was fake because I saw it on South Park and that was the only reference I ever saw it. Blah blah blah. So I think that I mean, if anything, at least it got them Googling it. So even if they did write Tourette syndrome is bullshit, it still came up with articles about Tourette syndrome in the end, I would imagine. Robin has Asperger's as well. Hi, Robin. It's been a while since I saw that Asperger. That's a goddamn awful name for it. I'll have to rewatch, I think. Wow, okay. Is it, what, I can't even understand how they ended up thinking that there was an okay idea to make that joke. I can't even fathom. I mean, I know that they're all about offensive, but really, Suvi or Suvi. Hi, Melissa. I appreciate you spreading information about mental health stuff. Just wanted to say thanks. I appreciate that. I've been trying to put out like informational content and not just like bitching. Because I tend to do both. I love your birds, Melissa. Bet they're just as sweet as you. I don't bite as often, but okay. Aldo is a good guy, but he's a little bit emotional. I think it's because when just like plucking himself, he can feel the feels, and he gets more if he's upset about something, he's more prone to bite. However, Kool-Aid and Smokey passed away. Said, really? Okay, so I'm trying to remember who we're referencing to as animals. Kool-Aid and Smokey. Oh, the birds. I think I Nora Ann. I think Touched by an Angel had one about subject on ticks, about a kid that is depressed with it. I think I saw that randomly. I think I actually did. I was looking up shows that were about Tourette syndrome. What's up, dude? Pure Entertainment. Good night from China. Good night, Pure Entertainment. Oh, right, because it's crazy hours for you. It was Cartman, not even knowing what it was, and then being his usual. Yep, that was Cartman. I would imagine. Yeah, it was. I'd actually usually watch South Park, but I mean, I kind of for some reason knew it was Cartman. Touched by an Angel is a TV show from the mid-90s. Yes, I remember. It was. I looked it up afterwards from a reference on a site that was talking about shows that had Tourette syndrome in them. So I looked it up. They got very sick from peekaboo parrots. Oh, the peekaboo parrot. Oh, they're the ones that passed away. Oh, I didn't know that. But I haven't been watching their videos in quite a while. I'm subscribed to them, which is, I think I'm still subscribed to them. Pretty sure, because I don't think I would have clicked on subscribe to Bowie. My obsessive interest is classic movies. I like that you're bringing attention to all these disorders and are not afraid to tell your life story. Well, I used to be kind of worried about bringing attention to these things, not because, well, I mean, it's mostly because people weren't really talking about it at the time, and especially when I started talking about self-harm, there wasn't really that many people that were making. I mean, there was Selling Girl. She was making videos about self-harm without showing her self-harm, but in terms of people that were actually talking about it, it was actually pretty rare. So at the time, it was kind of an iffy thing to get into the topic at all. And then I kind of broadened out and talked about other things than just self-harm and anxiety or whatever. But I think that whenever I kind of breach a new topic, I kind of get very anxious about it. And I'm not really sure if I really want to do it. And then I kind of hover my hand over the delete button for a while. And not literally, but I mean, in concepts to think maybe I can just delete this if it goes badly. Your content struck a... I'm not sleeping when I'm on. Whoops, I did. I never heard of Tourette's till I came across your channel and you were the first YouTuber I watched. You never heard of it before that, but that a lot of people haven't heard of Tourette's necessarily. Even now people haven't heard of Tourette. Your content struck a chord because one of my closest friends has Tourette's and he's an opera singer now. What? He's overcome a lot. No way. That's the freaking best. That is really cool. My dad's mom looked a lot like Roma Downey in The Sun. My grandma died in 1988 from a brain aneurysm. No shit. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds you 1988. So I'm guessing you don't remember your grandmother, because I've seen your videos. You don't look like you would remember 1988 that well. I used to watch Touched by an Angel. She has Bowie and Maggie May and Pi May, her dog. Oh, I think I remember the name. So does she only have Bowie and Pi May now? I've been knowing Tourette's was real. Lots of people always make fun of it, but it's no laughing matter. Yeah, I mean, one of the searches, because I did look up, I typed in just randomly. I wasn't looking to see what people would say, but I wrote Tourette is, and it came up with Tourette is bullshit. Tourette is fake. Tourette is not real. And the last one was Tourette is funny. So people do think that Tourette is funny, and they think it's a great thing to make jokes about. Apparently, I mean, Tourette can be funny sometimes in certain contexts, but I mean, if the person who has it isn't laughing, it's just not funny. I was only 6 when she died, and that's my only memory of her. Oh, well, that's a really sad memory to be your only memory of her. I'm sorry to hear that. So you are one of the first mental health channels. I don't know mental health. I'm one of the first self-harm channels. I'm one of the first self-harm channels. So but among them I suppose I would be, because I started in 2007. Show your age much, Melissa. And YouTube started in 2005, so I wasn't that far off from being the first mental health channel, but I mean I wasn't the first. Robin K, LOL, I feel you. Now, if I could remember what I was talking about when you spoke that would be great. Laura Lejeune is a therapist now, I think. Is she really? I think she was going to school. She was studying. I should really get in contact with her again. I speak with Louis once in a while, because Laura doesn't check her messages as much. Does Tourette's in of itself make it difficult for people to socialize? I mean, it's not exactly. I mean, it depends on who your friends are, because if you have good friends, not really. For me, I don't really have difficulty with my family or my friends regarding Tourette. Usually people just ignore it. If something funny comes up, they laugh, and that's fine, because sometimes it's funny. If they see that I'm having difficulty, they don't laugh. It's just the way it is. They don't laugh because they can tell it's distressing to me. It usually is apparent. So, I mean, it goes well in social situations. But I mean, in social situations, if I don't know who's around me, like say I go to the pharmacy, once in a while someone will say, "Why are you making those noises?" Or they'll just give me weird looks, or their kids will turn around and say, "Mom, what's she doing?" You know, in that kind of context, it makes it awkward. But if you're talking about like socializing, like people that know me or that know people who know me, then not really. Does Skittle still like to copy the ticks? Once in a while. So Skittle once in a while copies my ticks. She doesn't, so I say I make the noises. I had to do 7 times just because I don't know why. Even though I wasn't ticking for real, it turned into a real tick. So sometimes after that she'll make like, and she'll make noises afterwards, and kind of wiggle her face and make a smile about it. So yes, once in a while, but it's not as often as she used to. Like, I think that the kick kind of faded. I have autism, but it does have its ups and downs. I didn't know that, Anthony. Hi, Cameron. That's what I thought. You are one of the first channels I watched. Oh yeah. So that was quite a long time ago, but I first started making videos about poetry and stuff, and well, about poetry. I posted my poetry, usually in black and white, like on screens, and before I showed my face, because I was kind of nervous about it at the time. You love Laura. Yeah, I love Laura. She's awesome. I've actually met her a few times in the UK. I went to visit the UK. My therapist does the same work as Katie Morton, only mine doesn't do YouTube. LOL. Have her own channel. I mean, okay. So she does the same work as Katie Morton. Oh, it's the same profession, you mean? The same area of expertise. Sometimes I laugh when I'm nervous, but then I offend others and they are like, "What the fuck, dude? This isn't funny?" So, oh, yeah, because nervous laughter isn't nearly the same thing as laughing at something laughter. I agree. I guess that's part of my autism, being nervous and laughing. My mom used to do that. She used to have a nervous laugh, especially when she was on the telephone, because that really made her anxious. So she would laugh when she was on the phone, but it was just a nervous laugh. It wasn't because anything was funny. I have always believed it's real. You helped me through self-harm all those years. You never seem to age. You look exactly the same as you did back then. Thank you. Bless your heart. My husband has a nervous laughter too. Oh, see? I think it's more common than we would think. I think that people sometimes think we're just being asshats, but really it's not necessarily. I mean, sometimes we don't get the joke and we're laughing because we're nervous because we didn't get the joke. I mean, it doesn't mean we're laughing at anything that shouldn't be laughed at. I saw the videos of you visiting Laura. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while though. And she took the ones on her channel, so the ones that were of us on her channel are gone, but I still have, actually, I think I took down the ones on my channel because I was respecting her wishes. Since she was taking down her videos, I said, you want to be gone from YouTube, from your videos, I'm going to respect that and take the ones of us down. So I did that for her. I mean, I would have liked to keep them up, but I mean, I felt like it was respecting her and her boundaries. No eating disorder work, she does trauma. Oh, okay. So in what sense is she doing the same thing just because she's a therapist? My therapist, I mean, okay, yes. Hi, Heidi. I'm autistic too. So what I'm trying to think of what do you relate to mental health? Do you feel like that is more amplified when you have autism? Do you feel like that's like there's a lot of comorbidities with autism, I think. So I think that maybe a lot of those in the chat are talking about having autism. So I was wondering if it's because of the comorbidities. Comorbidities means like associated conditions. Hi Dave. Robin. I also get random chills up my spine sometimes, usually after these situations. If it's extreme, then I make a vocal sound. Doctors can't tell me outright what it is other than nerves. So they can't tell you random chills up my spine. So is it like, do you literally shake or like random chills up my spine? That sounds a little bit, I mean, how are you dealing with that? Hopefully they can tell you what it is soon. Nerves. I mean, I guess that makes sense because it would be like a nervous system. I mean, I guess. I was trying to see how that would compare to a tick, but okay. Is it an anxiety thing because I have JD too? Is it an anxiety thing? Are we referring to the autism? Because I just brought that up a second ago, saying the associated conditions. My name almost sounds like not Laura. Sounds a lot like Laura, and sometimes I mishear, and I was like, "What?" And they are like, "Laura, not Nora." Yup. I hope you like dogs. My dog was bugging for attention, and he gave you a kiss by licking my phone. That is the best. I accept. I'm shattered. My dog of 13 years had to be put down Monday. I'm absolutely shattered with it. Plus, I suffer from general depression and anxiety. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear. 13 years of having puppers, you know, that's a lot of time to love your dog and lose the dog. I'm sorry about that, Dave. I'm really sorry that you had to lose your pupper. Hi, Rainbow Road. Hi. So, Robin, 10 situations. I'm gonna reference your previous comment because I'm kind of referencing a lot of comments at once. It is an anxiety. Whoops. The anxiety thing is from 10 situations. Oh, the laughter you're talking about. Hi, Ricky. Hi, Ashley. I've never been diagnosed with Tourette, so nobody's labeled it as that. It's probably just related to severe anxiety, and that's it. It hasn't seriously hurt me, so whatever. Okay, so as long as it's not something that's like interfering with your life, it's just something that you noticed and so you sought reference to, but it wasn't something that you were necessarily like freaking about. Because okay, hi Ashley, love you too. I love when people write comments. I'm like, I wish I could heart them. I wish I could heart them. Someone just subbed to me. Thanks, Jade, if you're here in this chat. Ooh. Hey, that's cool beans. Yeah, Nora actually has videos on her channel. She put some up yesterday and the day before. I watched the one about looking for the psychiatrist. That was sad. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes. That is very sad. Yep. So yeah, we're feeling for the dog. I'm sorry about that, Dave. I hope you get to have closure soon and that you start to remember puppers very well, because sometimes it's hard at the beginning when you lose anyone or any animal, any person. It takes a long time, especially a person, to get over and start feeling positively towards them instead of just feeling sad sometimes. Sometimes my videos are boring, my diary kind of videos. I have dog show video on my channel, up on my channel. You have dog show videos? I'm gonna check that out. So I've reached the end of the comments. So I have two channels. One is where I video diary and the other is where I just talk. Oh, so which one did I see? I saw the one where you were talking. Okay. I'm gonna kind of fill in the blank or something. Um, I have lost a lot in my life. Oh, a lot. I'm sorry to hear that about Anthony. Um, I think that you know we lose I think that everyone loses a lot. If they haven't lost a lot, they will. So we need to take care of appreciating it while we can. What helps motivate you fight the eating disorders? So that's a good one. So a few things. One recently has been realizing that I'm not the only one I'm starving, and also to try to have like a future. I mean, I'm motivated by trying to have a future and to be different than what I am now in terms of making goals and keeping goals and goals that I wouldn't be able to achieve if I was starving myself. So essentially, I mean, yeah, I try to stay positive, and I think that therapy is helping. Um, so I try to keep focused on things that I want to do, and if I focus on those things, then essentially, like it's a lot easier to keep on like motivation. My dad's girlfriend died on the 26th. That was what we're the 28th. That was 2 days ago. I'm sorry to hear that, Nora Ann. He's doing okay. She had cancer, so it wasn't from COVID. Okay. Um so in other words, they saw it coming, but it doesn't make it easier. She was 73. I'm sorry to hear that, Nora Ann. How did people at the hospital respond to the DID symptoms? So most of them weren't even told about it because I haven't gotten my psychiatrist said he doesn't want to diagnose it in the sense that he doesn't want to put it down on paper. And also he said he wants to just treat the symptoms. So although he told me that all the weird things that have been happening, he says you're dissociating, and he said I have alternate identities, but he doesn't want to put down on paper dissociative identity disorder. I haven't asked him completely. I think it's partly the stigma and partly because it would, well, I mean, mostly it would follow me around afterwards. I mean, some even mental health professionals don't necessarily believe it exists. And he says we're going to treat the symptoms, and he said very clearly, I mean, that it was alternate personalities. But he doesn't want to say that. So I mean, when I got to the ER, the only people who knew were people who I told, which was one nurse I told that I had DID, and another one I just said I had a dissociative issue. I had a severe dissociative issues because I was having an episode where I was very, very dissociated, and I needed to tell them that I had this issue so that they could help me. But overall, it went well. I mean, no one disbelieved me, and I had talked to the psychiatrist who was at the ward about it, and it was taken fine. I mean, no one mistreated me for it or disbelieved me, or it was okay. I'm sorry to hear. Yes, thank you, Anthony. You're great. I mean, I like the support in the room. Honestly, I love you, Melissa. If I ever met you, I would probably cry. You helped to major depression, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. Thank you, Melissa. You were my therapist. That's amazing. Thank you, Liam. I mean, I never realized sometimes how much my videos can sort of reach. So I'm really glad that it could have that kind of impact. I mean, if you were able to deal with those things differently because of my videos, I mean, I'm grateful to know about it. Thank you, Liam. Robin says, do you have any advice on video editing programs for 2010 HP? Ooh. Or whatever editing software you use for your vids. I'm trying to make YouTube videos about films. I use iMovie because I have a Mac. So, but when I was using a PC, there. So, are you trying to use like a simpler program, or are you able to use a more complex one? Because there was Adobe Premiere, although you have to subscribe to that, so that's kind of expensive. I did that for a few months, but that was that was a lot of money. So that was years ago. There's one called, I'm trying to remember now. There's one called Wing Mathazor. Black Magic Design. Huh. I'm trying to remember, but it's by Black Magic Design, and they have a video editing program, but it's very, very complex, and you can have that whether it's Windows or Mac. Her funeral is going to be live streamed. That's a really good idea. That's a good idea. Her funeral is going to be live streamed. That's great. I mean, at least everyone gets to be present and part of the experience of showing their support. That's a really good idea. I'm wondering what FEX is supposed to mean. Is that supposed to be a polite version of FUCK? Are we okay? So what are you going to do after the chat? Watch cartoons. It's we're set for 4 o'clock every day to watch cartoons. I watch a short. We've been watching Green Eggs and Ham, and I think we watched Inside Out yesterday. It was a pretty good movie. Hit Film Express is free. Oh yeah, Hit Film Express. I actually never heard of it. Okay, well that's a good idea. The one that I was talking about, Black Magic Design, is free. There's the add-ons are like if you buy extra add-ons like filters or whatever, that costs something. But other than that, it's free. I use Premiere Elements 2020. It's fun to edit. I think I did a video diary of me showing how to do it, but I can't remember the date. I'll have to find it later. Ah. Oh, that's cool. You did a tutorial. I'm having a hard time with iMovie on the iPad. I've never done it on the iPad. I use my Air, so I wouldn't be able to give you pointers. I use Lightworks, but I barely do any editing. Oh, you can do video with Lightworks? I thought it was Lightworks was images for some reason. I don't know. I've never actually opened Lightworks. I have a since I work for Tourette Canada and I make the magazine, I have access to Adobe and all the programs, but I never actually opened Lightwork. I jot down a Black Magic Design though. Thanks. Cool beans. You watch do you watch SpongeBob? I have seen it before, but I don't necessarily regularly watch it. I now for some reason I have part of the theme song in my head, but I like Sadness on Inside Out. She acts like Eeyore. I love Sadness. I couldn't wait for her. Like I have I related it to like DID in some way. I think that it was actually related by other people to DID too, but I don't think it was necessarily meant to be that. I'm not sure. But I have Joy relates to one of my alters is like very, very happy. And I have a child alter that is very, very sad. So I kind of spoke to them afterwards and I was like, well, they reminded me of you guys, and you guys are both very meaningful and you guys have a purpose. So I really like that the theme in Inside Out, that it was like sadness has a goal and that it's important too. Black Magic Design. I hate this keyboard, by the way. Have you ever watched Steven Universe? I haven't. I've been referred to it. I do the youth hangout with Tourette Canada, and it's teens from the ages of 12 to 18. And I've been referred to Steven Universe, but I haven't actually watched it. I wonder if they have it on Netflix. I love Cartoon Network, which Steffi likes. Ah, yeah. I don't have Cartoon Network, but I actually know I have access to some basic Bell TV channels, but I don't think Cartoon Network is one of them. What I'm going to do after is watch a movie with my girlfriend. Cool. So what's the movie? Inside Out is a great movie. It is one of my favorites. Cool. Actually, it is a really good movie. I think it's the second time I watched it. What are the costs like for that program? Oh, so which one did you refer, Noran? You referred the Adobe one. I think it's a you can either subscribe monthly or yearly, and you can get different. And if you buy the whole package, it costs more. But if you buy just the one program, it's less. But I'm not sure of the exact price. I love Gary on SpongeBob because he meows like a cat. Patrick is my second favorite because he acts so dumb. Whoops. When sometimes it's funny. It was on sale. I think for $85. Really? $85 for Adobe? You live in Wisconsin. Hello, Wisconsin. I got the program from Best Buy. You did? You can get the program from Best Buy? I didn't know that. I thought you had to subscribe. It's not a kiddie show, in my honest opinion. You know? Oh, is it sort of a teenager show? Because I'm what? Because kid referred me to it was 15. I'm watching Monster in Law right now. No way. I've never seen it actually. I've seen the commercial, I think quite a while ago. It's one of the new cartoons I watched today. Oh, okay. So I do you know if it's on Netflix? I have a joke for you. Okay, go ahead, Anthony. I live in Kansas. Kansas. So we got a lot of the United States here. It was on sale because of Black Friday. Oh, that makes sense. So, but it's not a subscription program. I really was sure it was a subscription program, but it's good that you don't have to continue investing money into it afterwards because that's a really good idea to be able to buy it. I think that my husband and I can even go on a date to whoops can even go on a day together without making a reference to the SpongeBob episode we grew up with. There was this episodes, so I was gonna say there was an episode, but there's okay. Oh, so more the older ones then, the originals. How long has SpongeBob been going anyways? It's a cute movie. J-Lo is in it? No way. Oh. Oh. I don't even have television. I don't watch cable, so I wouldn't even know most of the commercials lately, but I remember seeing like I don't remember most of them, most of the trailers. It's called Adobe Premiere Elements 2020. So Elements, so there's a lot of Adobe programs that do videos then, because I used Premiere Pro. It wasn't Elements. Why do snakes don't drink energy? Okay, why do snakes not drink energy? Kind of waiting on the answer before I move on to another question because I'm trying to get the punchline. Why do snakes not do energy? Drink energy. So I have no idea. SpongeBob was my childhood. Yes. Okay, he's a good guy to have in your childhood. But I'm an old man now. We always feel like we're an old man before we're an old man. I feel that way too. I watch everything on YouTube, Put Locker, and Netflix. Oh, so Netflix has so many less things lately, but that's because everything's being diversed into other places. It's pretty terrible. I live halfway across the world, but would love to go to Canada. Where's halfway across the world? Are you in the UK? Don't worry, I'm old at heart. Okay, that works then. I mean, if at least if you're old at heart. Most cable TV is crap now. I was living in NYC for 2 years, but I'm out of work because shit hit the fan with this virus, and now I'm moving back in with my family in Michigan for the summer. Yeah, a lot of TV. Yeah, it is crap. Um, so you moved because of the virus? Oh, so that means you're kind of being really upheavaled because of all this too. You don't even just have to stay inside. It's more complicated than that. I meant energy drinks because they'll get Viper active. Why do snakes not drink energy drinks, not drink Monster? Because they'll get Viper active. I like it. Are you going to watch the new SpongeBob movie when it comes out? Oh, there's a new SpongeBob movie. See, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon. It's been an hour, so I'm gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. I watched this SYFY show. I don't know what that is. Hap happy about this blue imaginary unicorn. My body is breaking down as if it's too old too. Oh no. But we're not old. I live in the Republic of Ireland. Oh, no kidding. Irish. Irish or from Ireland? Because you don't know, just because you're in Ireland, it doesn't necessarily mean you're Irish. Yeah, I saw the trailer to that SpongeBob movie. It's cute. Hey, Gregory, you're back just in time for us to kind of wrap it up. Yeah, but my mom also has ALS and needs a lot of help, so my being there to support her will be good for her. That is very good of you to go help her. Um, that is really good. Good for you. And I'm sure she's going to appreciate that. Thank you for the live stream. Thanks, Carolyn. Okay, one more joke, Ella. Why do Santa Claus don't like going down certain chimneys? Okay, Anthony, why do Santa Claus don't like going down certain chimneys? I'm waiting on the punchline. I'm going to get the punchline and peace out. So what's the punchline, Anthony? I think Anthony is probably typing with on his phone. Is that why? I am in good spirits, and I am well. And I kind of like doing these live streams. I find them, it's fun to do, and I mean I like it, so why not? I might do them once in a while still. So I hope that you guys had a good time and enjoyed it. But I mean, maybe maybe not as much as me. I'm liking it. Because he'll get claustrophobic. Claustrophobic. I get it. Where are you getting these jokes, Anthony? All right, so I'm gonna peace out, and I'll touch you guys another time. I'll be updating more videos pretty soon. I hope. I mean, I'm guessing. So and if I ever do another live stream, it'll be scheduled, so you'll know when that is. Okay. Take care, guys, and live stream.